Welcome to NG Fishing Baits. So join me on the bank. It's for a couple of hours after work. But the main reason I'm on the bank, as you'll see by the description, is we'll talk about Stow bobbins. So those of you that have been fishing for a while would recognise this contraption by Korda. It's been out for 15 years probably plus now. The original Stow. They've recently done a Mark II, probably about 5 years ago, where they changed the head and made it slightly differently, which this one in particular is. But there's also, if you're looking for bobbins, you may have seen the basic Stow, which is this one. So in this short video, basically, what's the difference? Basically, I just want to explain to you guys what the difference is between the two. I've actually been using the basic Stows for quite a little while actually, and I actually really like them. But I bought one of these so I can show you the difference. Now, price-wise, the standard Stow, or the original Stow, or the Mark II, which is what they're on now, again, slightly different line clip on there. These are retailing at £21 each. Yeah. That was the facial expression I made when I bought one. But if you do look on online, you can on shops. Can I mention their name? Yeah, like eBay, those sorts of places, Facebook Marketplace. You might find people selling them. You might be able to pick up a used one for about a tenner, 10-15 quid. Seems to be sort of like the going rate. But the original or the Mark II Stow bobbin. But it must have been probably a couple of years now. Korda bought out the basics, all part of the basics range. Some of you have seen videos before with the basics tackle box. Adding into that, they bought out a basic Stow for those guys that aren't doing so much fishing, and it's a little bit cheaper. And actually, it's a really nice little Stow bobbin. Again, I'll talk you through some features in a second, and these come in at around £9.99, so you can get two of these for the price of one of these. Now, is it worth spending the money on these? Well, let's have a look. So the basics one, we'll go through the basics one first. Comes as you see here. You get a hockey stick, plastic hockey stick, like most bobbins on the market, to be honest, plastic hockey stick. You get your chain, just very basic chain. This is part of their basics range. You get the basic chain. Obviously, it threads lovely into that hockey stick, and then you get your Stow bobbin, which is that part, and you also get a weight. Now, one of the reasons why I recently purchased a set of the Mark IIs was I did break this, hence the little piece of tape that I'm just pulling off now. So the problem with the basics is that it is plastic. So I'll just pop that in my bag there. So you get the Stow bobbin, which is threaded in the bottom. You get a weight, which screws on there, lovely, perfect, very similar to the original, which I will show you in a second. But you get a threaded plastic part. Now, what's actually happened on here is the thread itself actually snapped. So that's been taped on there for a little while. Again, was it me? Was it the quality? I'm not going to make a suggestion that it's bad quality. I'm going to make more of a suggestion that actually I probably abused it a bit too much, and snapped the thread inside there. So that's something to consider. So that's the basics. What I really like about the basics is how small that little bobbin is. It's a lovely little shape, lovely little size. Yeah, so I do like that. But looking at the original, or the Mark II, what would be seen as the standard Stow, what you've got is a metal hockey stick, and on there attached to that you have a chain which is magnetic. so you're not threading it on. It's magnetic. Does it need to be magnetic? Probably not. I would be more than happy just twisting it on. But to say, you know, to be fair from experience, what I have had with this style of bobbin in the past is I have had them work loose, and actually you can end up losing chains on bobbins that way. So we shall see. Obviously, actually the standard or Mark II comes with 2 chains. This is the standard chain. The other chain comes with a slightly longer section where that magnet is, just for those longer white alarms if you want to adjust it, that sort of thing. Then you've got it threading. You've got a threaded piece here again, so this is exactly the same as the basics. That's what the basics would be like, but again it's made of plastic, where this is made of metal on the standard bobbin. Standard Stow, again you get a standard weight which is identical to the weight you get with the basics, and that just goes in there nicely. Again, the actual Stow itself, cylindrical with a threaded side. So what are my thoughts? I've been using Stows, or a version of the Stows, for a very, very long time. I had originally bought a set of Mark 1s when they first came out, and then sort of went off the boil with them slightly, so I'm now sort of gone back onto them. What are my thoughts? I really like the size that you get in that basics range, and for a tenner it's really not that bad value for money. If you look after them, they will last you a lot longer than that one did for me, but not always lost, because going over to the Mark IIs, I could take the standard, the basics one, and I can thread that on. Right, so there you go guys. Got any questions about Stow bobbins, drop me a message below. Till the next time, enjoy your fishing.